Spanish 1, introduction sentences 117 through 120. All right, 117. Who does Paco study with? ¿Con quién estudia Paco? ¿Con quién estudia Paco? 118. Paco studies with his friend Lupe. Paco estudia con su amiga Lupe. Paco estudia con su amiga Lupe. 119. Why do Raúl and Francesca work? ¿Por qué trabajan Raúl y Francesca? ¿Por qué trabajan Raúl y Francesca? And finally, 120. They work because they need money. Ellos trabajan porque necesitan dinero. Ellos trabajan porque necesitan dinero. All right, notice, in English we say, who does Paco study with? With is the very last word. All right, in English we say, with whom studies Paco? Remember, in Spanish, everything is backwards. We say tall girls, they say girls tall. We say I talk to you, they say to you I talk. So in English we ask, who does Paco study with? In Spanish we ask, with whom studies Paco? All right, now, Paco studies with his friend Lupe. Everybody say Lupe. Lupe. Lupe is short for Guadalupe. It's a very popular girl's name in Mexico because La Virgen de Guadalupe is the patron saint of Mexico. So in Mexico, more so than other South American countries, Lupe is a very popular first name. So Paco studies with his friend Lupe. Mr. Old, how are we going to remember that con is with? Well, you guys have probably heard of chile con carne, which is chili with meat, or you might have heard of pasta con queso. Everybody say pasta con queso. Pasta con queso, which is pasta with cheese. So con is with. All right. Now, notice, why work Raúl and Francesca? Okay. Now, in English we say, why do Raúl and Francesca work? But in Spanish we say, why work Raúl and Francesca? Where's the word for do or does? The upside down question mark translates do or does. So in English we say, where does Stephen live? In Spanish we say, where lives Stephen? Okay, in English we ask, does Mary work? And in Spanish we ask, works Mary? Again, the upside down question mark translates do or does. Everybody say, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Means but why or why. Now, literally means for what? For what reason? Like your mom says you're grounded. You say for what? Why? ¿Por qué? But why? And why does it have an accent? Same reason quién has an accent. All question words, all interrogatives. Who, what, when, where, why, how many, always have an accent. Okay, notice, why work Raúl and Francesca? Remember the question, ¿Cómo estás tú? How are you? Why work the people? Okay, it's always question word, followed by action, followed by subject. And the last one, they work because they need money. Seems like a good reason to work. Now, Mr. Holt, you just said por qué is why, and now you're saying it's because. Be careful. Por qué, two words, is but why, or why, and there's an accent mark. When you smash it together and say por qué, it means because. Okay, I was on a bus in Mexico City, and a little kid asked his mom for candy, and she said no. And he said, ¿por qué? But why? And the mom said, ¿por qué? Which is because. So that happens in America and in Mexico. How are we going to remember that dinero is money? Well, dinner costs a lot of money. Or, you guys have heard of the actor Robert De Niro? Well, Robert De Niro earns a lot of money. That's Spanish 1, introduction sentences 117 through 120.